Today's project starts with a $1 pizza pan from the Dollar Tree. And we're going to turn that in to a pretty piece of farmhouse decor. It's going to be a tray with some words in the middle. So we've taken this and we've taken a pan just like this and spray painted it white. And what we're going to do next is run some rope around it, put some words in the center, and you'll never be able to guess that it all started with a $1 pizza pan. Hey y'all, it's Nicole at Muchka in the Making, where we're all about building each other up and making things that make life more beautiful. So if you'd like to get in on the fun, please hit that like button and subscribe so that you'll never miss a video. Before we get started, I have to be completely honest and tell you that this is take 2 on this project. The first time I decided that I would paint the pan with spray chalk paint, and that did not work because when I stuck the vinyl with the transfer tape over the top to it, it peeled the paint off. So make sure that you're using a paint that's formulated for sticking to metal. I use the Rust-Oleum with primer already in it, and that works like a charm. You're going to want something strong enough to hold the paint when you use the transfer tape, because the transfer tape helps you to get the vinyl centered right. So just wanted to throw that in there before we get started. The first thing we're going to do is trim our tray around this edge with some rope trim. And if you wanted to keep it all Dollar Tree things, I found this at the Dollar Tree. It's just some wired jute cord, and you could use that and just run it around multiple times. But for this project, I decided to use this thicker rope that I found on Amazon. So what you're going to do is just start at one end of the pizza pan that we're turning into a tray, and I took some of this tacky glue. It's Aleene's Original Tacky Glue. I found this at Hobby Lobby, but I think you can get it at Walmart. It was $3.79, and I put a little bit on the end of the rope to control the fraying just a little bit. But once you've done that, just take your glue gun and get it started. And it doesn't take just a crazy amount, but just get it going good and just a little bit at a time so that the glue doesn't dry before you can get it stuck. And I'm just going to take that all the way around the edge, and then we will cut it again and use a little bit more of the tacky glue to get the fraying on the other end of the rope under control. And again, you know, you can use the thinner jute twine or jute cord or whatever. I just kind of liked this thick because it's almost just the perfect width for the lip of this pizza pan. And you could also do this with E6000 glue, which is going to give you a little bit of a more tight bond. But I'm only going to be using my tray for just decoration, and it's not going to see any heavy use. And for the video, I definitely wanted to use the hot glue because it does dry quite a bit quicker than the E6000. But if you want it super tight and you're going to be using the tray for more than just decoration, you know, the E6000 will do fine too. And it does hold up just a little bit better. But as you can tell, you know, it doesn't really even take that long to work around the whole edge of the pan with the hot glue and the rope. That's another thing I like about this project. My favorite thing about this project, though, is the price. Y'all know me. The less expensive it is, the better I like it. And with a $1 pizza pan and some rope and spray paint and vinyl, this whole project was just probably probably under $4, and really less than that, because when you think about how I'm still going to be able to use this rope for other projects, still going to be able to use that can of spray paint for other projects. You know, this was a very, very economical little project. But I'm just going to take this tacky glue and go over the raw edge of the rope, because it doesn't look as good when it starts coming entwined or undone. So that looks white now, but it's going to dry clear. It's going to look good. And then however, that's not going to hold like that without another drop of hot glue. So you just want to play with those ends a little bit till they're laying down and acting nice and looking right. Just don't get burned. And then just kind of avoid that end until it dries. And now I have tacky glue on my fingers. But anyway, now we're ready for the vinyl, and I chose Our Nest is Blessed for the lettering. I've seen the ones that say Our Nest is Best, but we know that Our Nest is blessed. I mean, it's best because it is blessed. You know, there's nowhere else I'd rather be most of the time than home. I'm definitely a homebody, but I just like the saying Our Nest is blessed. And so I've already cut the vinyl, already weeded it, already got a layer of transfer tape over the top. I don't know if you can see, but I didn't get that real smooth. I am not the best with the transfer tape, but I wouldn't want to be without it, because it sure does help with placing the letters better. And this is some Oracle with the grid lines on the back. That helps a lot. And so now we're just going to peel that off and place it over the top of our tray. I think this is going to be really pretty. Just peel it slow and then just get it lined up the best you can. I'm going to have to sand it to do that, because I feel like I won't have it centered if I don't. So just eyeball that. And like I said, the grid lines will help you a little bit. But just lay it down on top of the tray. Just get the bubbles out. And I am going to take my little Cricut scraper tool and just go over those letters just a little bit. That was my undoing, though, when I used the chalk paint on the original tray, because that stuff just did not hold up to the pull of the transfer tape. The tape does bond pretty tight. So, you know, once again, just be sure that you do use a paint that's formulated to stick to metal. And this that we're using today does have primer already in it, and that's going to help to avoid those issues with the paint peeling off. Because I mean, I was sick when that happened. And then I decided to have another go at it, and I put some antiquing wax on top of the chalk paint, thinking that would help to hold it. And that didn't work either, and we peeled the paint off again, and that is no fun at all. Now we're just going to peel this off and see how it does, but I think it's going to do great. Just take it slow. Kind of at an angle, and I think it's gonna look good. Oh yeah, much better. Hey, I was praying over this one after the last paint peeling incident with that chalk paint stuff, but there it is. Our Nest is Blessed. So again, you can make this project for, you know, around $3, maybe $4, but not much anyway. And I will have the supply list and everything in the blog post, and I'll link the blog post about this in the description box. If you haven't already, subscribe to my mailing list for Mochka in the Making. I send out a weekly newsletter, and that's something that's totally different from the YouTube channel. I just try to make a video every week, and I have a corresponding blog post. So I would love it if you would subscribe to both. Like, share. I hope to be able to bring you lots and lots of fun projects to do that make your heart smile. So I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.